Hello astronomy students, and welcome to the end of our classical astronomy engagement. Over the last 4 weeks we've given you a lot of material and a lot of work, and this stuff is coming to a head where it's due. And so many of these things were due in the past, but I've extended that deadline up until this weekend. And so for most of you, getting some things done this weekend and next week is really going to help your grade going forward. So to begin with, your final portfolio is due not this weekend, but next weekend. And I'm going to highlight the different things that are due in that. That's due October 25th. I expect it to be done on time. If it's a little late, I'm going to start knocking down points this time, not like the orientation engagement where I gave you free rein. So please, by October 25th, have your final portfolio submitted. I'm going to go over some details about what should be in that in just a moment. We also have things that have been due throughout the engagement, back as early as September 20th, that I'm still going to accept up through this weekend for full credit. So I'm going to go through week by week when things were originally due and when you need to get them done by in order to get full credit. So to begin with, the caveman test was the very first assignment that I gave you as part of this engagement. It was due September 20th, but I will still accept it for full credit through this weekend. So please get those things in. If you haven't already done so, submit that, get full credit by this Sunday night. The very first assignment I gave you as part of week 1 that goes to your final portfolio was your shadow stick medicine wheel assignment. This was suggested that you had it done by September 20th. Many of you had it done by then, but it is officially due as part of your final portfolio on the 25th. So that is due that weekend. Your altitude azimuth worksheet was the final thing that I submitted to you the first week. Also expected you to have it done on September 20th. We talked about it in our Wednesday night class in great detail. But again, I will accept that through this Sunday for full credit. Moving on, there's the relatively large assignment that we assigned the second week where you took a picture of the sun every 4 days at sunset and are stitching those together. This is due as part of your final portfolio. So it's about using the work that you've done throughout the unit there and stitching all that together. So hopefully you have that done and posted to Flipgrid and then linked from your final portfolio by next Sunday. The second week of our assignments began with a worksheet, The Sun's Motion from Sparks. This was due September 27th, so hopefully you have that done. If you do not, I will accept it for full credit through this Sunday. The sun's motion across the globe animation using Flip-A-Clip or stop motion animation is also due by October 25th, again, even though it was suggested that you had it done several weeks ago. The latitude-longitude assignment was also expected to be done on September 27th, but I will accept it for full credit through this Sunday. The following week, the week 3 of this engagement, we started with the star motion near the poles. This was a relatively short worksheet. Should have been done before break, but I gave you through break to do it. I will still accept it for full credit up through this Sunday. Similarly, relatively large assignment that we worked on our Wednesday and in detail after that. This is the biggest assignment in the list here, and it is kind of challenging, but it's due by this Sunday for full credit. Moving on, the big assignment from that week, I think probably the easiest assignment out of all of the final portfolio assignments, is your constellation rise set time assignment. That is due October 25th. Finally, this last week of assignments, we had a lunar phases worksheet that is due October 18th. I will accept it afterwards, but not for full credit. So you have to have that done by this weekend for full credit. There is an animation that is also due, expected to be due this weekend, but is part of your final portfolio, so I expect that to be done by October 25th. Finally, the very last worksheet is kind of an anomaly with everything else. It was assigned this week, but I want to give you the extra time to get it done. That's expected to be done by October 25th. So I gave you a little bit of extra time on that. So with your final portfolio, you do also need to get this done. Okay, that's pretty much it. Final portfolio work plus the astrology astronomy, October 25th. Everything else needs to be done by this weekend. The last part of this engagement is an exam that I'll be giving you on Monday. I'll be posting it to Teams. It'll be available all week. You can access any resources you want except for me. I won't answer questions on the test. But if you want to talk to your friends, look things up online, do whatever you want, go ahead and do it. Get the best grade you can on that test. You have till October 25th to complete that as well. Next week, I'll give you some time to work on these things, especially the final portfolio stuff. So if you need that time, you'll have it. We'll start our next engagement mid-next week. Thanks. Hope that helps, and good luck.